Hey everyone, just recently I finished the Rhiannon statue in Prifddinas, which is better known as the Golden Statue. Completing one full Golden Statue is a Completionist Cape requirement, and completing 32 of them is a Trim Completionist Cape requirement, so I'm very happy that it's finally done. I no longer have to get rocks while I'm skilling, and I finally unlocked the Statuesque title. So since I finished the entire Golden Statue, I thought I'd share with everyone how I got all of my Golden Rocks, and the most efficient ways to do them in case you're trying to complete it as well. Now there's 16 skills that you need to get rocks for, and there's 2 rocks for each skill. Those skills are Agility, Construction, Crafting, Divination, Dungeoneering, Farming, Herblore, Magic, Melee, Mining, Prayer, Smithing, Ranged, Slayer, Summoning, and Woodcutting. Now before we get into how I got each of the rocks, I wanted to just note that you need to be 75 in all of the skills before you can add rocks to the plinth, and that after you get the first rock of a skill, the second rock is 50% harder to get, so alternating between skills is always a good idea. So let's get right into it. For Agility, I used the Hefn Agility course in Prifddinas while the Voice of Seren was active there. When you do a skill in the area that has the correct voice active, you not only get more experience per action, but you also have a more likely chance to find a golden rock, so this was the most efficient way that I found to do the Agility rocks. For Construction, I personally made oak chair flat packs, but this is definitely not the most efficient way to get them. It's important to note that you receive rocks based upon actions, not XP, so the more actions you can do of something per minute, the better your chances are of getting rocks more quickly. I'd recommend doing fireplaces, tables, or dungeon doors if you're trying to get it done as efficient as possible, or you can just do flat packs like I did for a more relaxed method. For crafting, I did soft leather coifs while the Voice of Seren was in Ithil. Coifs are pretty fast actions per minute and it wasn't very costly, so they worked well for me. If you want to be even more efficient, then you can cut gems, or you can play the harps that are in the Ithil section. Sometimes I didn't even have to do my crafting rocks, because I would get them while doing my daily regular and crystal flasks, so don't forget to do those as well. For Divination, I just siphoned from wisps at the Poison Waste. That way I could get good XP and get my rocks. There's no way to really speed up your Divination rocks, but you can bring a Muspah Familiar to take less trips to the Rift. To get your rocks, I'd recommend siphoning from wisps at your highest level Divination plot. For Dungeoneering, I did C1s. I started with floor 1 on complexity 1 and kept going. These were definitely my least favorite rocks to get because they personally took a long time for me, and I got no XP during them since I have 200 mil dunge, but nonetheless C1s are the way to go. I'd recommend inviting friends who are also going for rocks to speed up the C1s in general. For farming, I did hourly herb runs as well as watermelons and strawberries. I'd do a full run, then get other rocks, and then repeat when the hour growing period was over. Doing allotment patches is good because you can yield a lot of crops, which will give you a lot of actions per minute. For Herblore, I clean grimy Taramin herbs. Cleaning herbs is extremely fast actions per minute, about the same as cutting gems, and grimy Taramins are insanely cheap, surprisingly cheaper than Guams and Marantils, since Guams are used for summoning and Marantils are used for prayer, so I definitely recommend cleaning Taramins. Now for the magic, melee, ranged, and prayer rocks, you can get them all done in the same place. Make sure you bring a bone crusher, a non-degradable magic weapon and offhand weapon, as well as runes. All you have to do is go to the cave just north of Berthorpe, right near Troll Invasion, and cycle between the trolls in there. The trolls to the left are melee based, the trolls in the middle are ranged based, and the trolls to the right are magic based, so you can just keep going between chambers, kill all of the trolls, and get all 4 of those rocks done. Something important to know is that the melee, magic, and ranged rocks are based off of what combat style your enemy is using, not what you're attacking with, so keep that in mind. Also, I'd recommend using the EOC in full manual and not using any abilities at all for this. Just set your main hand and offhand spell, and attack the trolls with a regular attack. You use a lot of runes this way, but it's the fastest way to get it done. For mining, I mined Seren stones while the Voice of Seren was in the Traherne section. Like I said earlier, you have a greater chance of getting a rock while the correct voice is active, so it makes this very easy. The same goes for smithing. I used corrupted ore, but you can smelt anything you'd like at the furnace in the Traherne section while the voice is active. For Slayer, I'd use my Dark Beast helm and claim a daily Dark Beast task, since they are easy to get to, can be cannoned, and can also get me my magic and prayer rocks, so I'd recommend getting your Slayer rocks before you go to the trolls in Berthorpe, but you can do any task you'd like for your Slayer rocks. I'd recommend something cannonable or fast to kill. For summoning, I'd make granite crab pouches at the obelisk in the Amlad section while the Voice of Seren was active. I did granite crabs because they use gold charms, only 7 spirit shards, and their tertiary material is iron ore, which is inexpensive. Summoning rocks are generally always fast to get. You can get both of them within 5 inventories, but doing it while the voice is active never hurts. And last but not least, for woodcutting, I cut ivy in the Cruist section while the Voice of Seren was active. You can do crystal trees as well, but ivy worked pretty efficiently for me. So that concludes how I got all of my golden rocks. I hope this video helped you out, and I wish you all the best of luck on completing your statue of Rhiannon. I'll see you all in the next one. Later everyone!